Let me have your opinion on this. The U.S. military intervention in Nigeria will it be seen as political solution in Nigeria and also lead to the sovereignty of the people of the Southeast, the Biafra to be precise?
I don't know the perception the northern Nigeria will be looking at it, considering the revelation that the Congress has overwhelmingly voted for military attention on the issue of insecurity in Nigeria. But whether military intervention will be seen as a political solution to what is happening in Nigeria currently would depend on the options that are put on the table. But before we go into that, what is political solution? Can it be factored into the activities of the federal government over insecurity? As Sheikh Gumi continue to play around and now seemingly to be seen to be soft-pedaling or begging, since he has seen it very clearly that the United States of America is bent on taking action against Nigeria anytime, any day, unannounced. Now that the Congress has empowered Mr. President Donald Trump to go ahead with military invasion in Nigeria, then is it the reason why the federal government now has become agents, advocates of political solution, including that of Nnamdi Kanu? Because for long now, we will not be hearing about this. Or is it that the Northerners themselves have come to realize that it is not going to be funny anymore, especially the Fulani military structure within the military political space? We have seen massive influx of these people called Nigerian media call them bandits, but we don't know whether they are actually bandits. But I can tell you in honest truth, these are people that can be referred to as jihadists. U.S. military presence in Nigeria can ignite or can trigger some sort of political solution to every challenges surrounding Nigeria. And that is why I'm of my own opinion that such an action is actually needed now.
Sheikh Gumi said that the U.S. should not invest in Nigeria, that the Nigerian government should rather dialogue with the Fulani bandits, that all what they need is dialogue, not military intervention. But Donald Trump gave a deaf ear to that and said that they are ready to invest in Nigeria in order for it to stop the Christian genocide that is going on in Nigeria.
But why is it that the governors are not talking? Why is it that it's only Gumi that is speaking for the North? Why is it that the emirs in the North are not speaking? What is wrong with the Sultan of Sokoto addressing this issue? Why must it be Sheikh Gumi speaking for the Northerners? We expected, some powerful influential political figures from the North, speaking or opening up on the planned military invasion in Nigeria. Very important. Not Sheikh Gumi, who has already a challenging, questionable personality. But you can see at every point in time, it's the same Sheikh Gumi that will come out and possibly be seen to be speaking for the North. But the fact still remains that, the federal government of Nigeria and the U.S. government has entered an agreement that will definitely require military intervention unannounced. So any moment from now, we can be sure that the escalation of the American military presence in Nigeria. That's the fact. Because if the government is saying that, yes, we have aligned with whatever agreement or decision of the United States government, what does that signal to the North? Because ever since we have seen several videos showing that these bandits, I don't know whether to call them bandits, are not ready to backpedal. they are not ready, even to an extent, they are threatening Aso Rock currently now. They are saying when they are done with kidnapping Nigerians, they are going for politicians and they are going for senators, governors, and all that. Now, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu is saying, we do not want police in the VIPs. Nigeria is heading towards explosion. Because it seems that the structure and policies are not well tailored. In a situation like this, where Nigeria is having a challenging security issue, this is not the best time to start withdrawing, political personalities, influence, people who control the political structure. You are withdrawing security from them. Then you are making them vulnerable.
Mr. Chinedu Michael, what do you think is really the issue that made the federal government not to accept the offer by Donald Trump? But the eminent Nigeria like Peter Obi has come out to say that Nigeria should welcome the idea of military intervention in these security challenges over the Northeast. And also, Pastor Zika has come out to say openly that there are Christian genocide in Nigeria, and few pastors are refused to say something about it. But the likes of Paul Noche has also had to say that there is massive Christian genocide in Nigeria.
Bros, Christians have started going to church now with AK-47. Yes, and you can see everybody just learn how to defend yourself. So imagine Christians going to church with AK-47. It tells you that the system, the security system has collapsed to a point that Nigerians themselves are going to take up that responsibility. It's a total collapse of Nigerian sovereignty.
So what are they afraid of? Not to allow Donald Trump to come and assist?
See, bro, no, we need to understand the recent statement by the federal government. It looks like, federal government has accepted, a cosmetic offer from the agreement they entered with federal government delegates to the Congress public hearing, where it was agreed that, I am giving you time to be able to do this, and you prefer to do this. That's what the federal government said. They have entered a certain agreement that we are going to give you a certain weapon, a certain that and all that. But that is not going to help the matter. Because why I'm saying it's not going to help the matter, within the political structure, there is a powerful influence called the Fulani military forces within the political circle who are dictating, who are untouchable. I can tell you, imagine somebody is saying that what is Matawele, Minister of Defense, doing in Tinubu's cabinet? This is a man that was alleged to have enjoyed the overwhelming support to these bandits, and is still there in Aso Rock, and the federal government is not doing anything. A Fulani Hausa man came and said it very clearly. So it tells you that the Fulani military structure within the Nigerian political space are too powerful that the presidency is afraid of. So even if the United government supports you with, a sophisticated, modernized weapon to go after them, bros, the structure is still there that at the end of the day, it will not achieve its success. So the only solution is Donald Trump from this moment now is going to keep mum. What we are going to see anytime, any day, is just boom, boom, the American president. That is all. And that will violate the total and collapse the sovereignty of Nigeria. And that is why the federal government at this point now is trying to market a political solution to all the things that was caused by themselves. And that's why the question came, will American military intervention bring political solution to the Nigerian several millions of challenges?
Yes, over the weekend said that Mr. President should stop having a security meeting, that it's time for action. Do you think that what Yes Weekend said is right? For the fact that Yes Weekend is also a minister in this very
Mike, let me tell you, you see, if we stop celebrating mediocrity, then we are now serious for action. all these statements coming from these ministers and all that, they have been there over the years, and they have not been able to stop the issue of insecurity in Nigeria. That is the fact. And so, if Nigerians are now, it has dawned on them now that, see, we are no longer safe. I imagine somebody saying that they should move a legislation where every Nigerian will be armed. That means that is total confusion and chaos and should not be encouraged. What we are saying at this point in time, now, since it has gotten to this level, we are, bros, this guy that, you see Bola Ahmed Tinubu saying, sack service chiefs, bring another service chiefs, bros, we need a superior, powerful force. Even if it means, so the federal government is afraid of, this intervention leading to total balkanization of Nigeria. Because if they start to hit the north now, of course, there might be uprising, and it will lead to disintegration. Now, they are start mulling for a political solution, coupled with the international and the national condemnation of a well-tailored, powerful judgment meted on Nnamdi Kanu. It has attracted condemnation all over the world today. So they started using Southeastern governors to start pushing for political solution. Nnamdi Kanu political solution, Nigerian challenges political solution, American military intervention political solution. Then how do we go about this? So it tells you that, the possibility that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has run out of ideas, and all his diplomatic effort, both national and international, has not been able to achieve one particular result. And remember that the entire northern political structure has been quiet for a very long time now. Nobody is talking about they are not talking about what is happening. Meaning, that silence might be a direct signal that it was Bola Ahmed Tinubu that exposed the northern plan, either by omission or commission, to the world. And they are not happy about it. So at every point you see attack, the northern political governors, leaders, emirs, traditional rulers, nobody have uttered a word. So, and when you are trying to get the understanding of the federal government, before this thing now got exported to the outside world, that the whole world now is focusing on Nigeria, on what is to come. Of course, the Northerners are totally confused, and that is why they have seen it completely. They are possibly going to lose the structure they have been holding for 65 years now, which has enriched the few in the north and created a lot of imagery and insecurity challenges in the north. So the north is definitely going to go into implosion, because the strength that has turned them to be the political influence between the north and the south is going to be removed from them, which is the crude oil. And outside that, they will now know that necessity is the mother of invention. So, and that is why they are speedily pushing for both military and political conquest of the South. But unfortunately, they have been exposed. And that is why they are not happy with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu till today. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu currently now is being seen as a symbol of Christian persecution in Nigeria. I make reference to the public hearing of one of the congressmen, James John, that made it very clearly that the judgment passed on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was a symbol or a signal of Christian persecution in Nigeria. So it has both national and international condemnation. And that is why they are using Southeast governors, politicians, like unfortunately, Ordeal is a disappointment. Benjamin Kalu, all of them, they are all the Igbo celebrities and Obi Kubana, them, they are all rubbish. They were there for 10 years when this matter was going on. It is now they are coming out to say political solution because the federal government has sensed that there is possible plan that this issue might disintegrate Nigeria, and they quickly started moving for political solution using the same people they call errand boys from the eastern part of the country. That is what it means. The governor of Abia says, I am close to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I have reactivated. But when you look at that statement, you get annoyed. The governor of Abia says, you are just reactivating. Nnamdi Kanu has been there for over 10 years. The present governor of Alex Oti is saying he has reactivated. Understand the kind of statement they make. So, meaning that they are not the one directly pushing for political solution over Nnamdi Kanu's plight. It was as a result of federal government sensing that Nigeria is collapsing. Based on this factor, and one of the things the United States of America and the global community is building this military invasion on is based on genocide, killing of Christians, and which they said that judgment of Nnamdi Kanu is judgment against Christians in Nigeria. Thank you.